Actually, could you solve all these questions?
Yes, sir.
Means today by the time they come to attempt this question. Try this. इसका ये वाला क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करो, फिर उसके बाद मैं आगे बताऊंगा। अभी कुछ भी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है, क्वेश्चन दिया था मैंने।
Sir, 4 root 10. Velocity is 4 root 10.
Velocity you are getting as 4 root 10. If you check, then I think it's not the correct answer. No. अच्छा, velocity you are saying.
Yes.
Velocity should be 4 root 10. No, no, no. Velocity should be root 3g. Should get the velocity as root 3g. what concept you used to solve the problem?
Sir, mgh equals to half mv square.
No, that's wrong. How did you find, means why did you take velocity 0 at that point? Let me explain
Sir,
you what.
half mv square plus mgh should be equal to 0 because initially velocity was 0 and the height was also 0.
No, no, no. Now you will understand what mistake you did. See, situation is particle is suspended from a fixed point by a string of length 5 meter. This is how the particle is suspended. The length is 5 meter. It is projected from the equilibrium position. This is obviously this is the equilibrium position, right? Because it's in equilibrium
Yes, yes.
with such a velocity that the string slackens after the particle has reached a height 8 meter. Means it is projected with such a velocity u that it will reach some height 8 meter. Obviously, this height is less than its top point. If it is doing the circular motion,
Yes, yes, yes.
it's
Then
less
it's
than.
10 meters.
That will be 10 meter, correct? But it's not 10 meter, so it will be somewhere here. Somewhere here, it will slack. It will try to become slack. So means it will be reaching up to here. But what you have considered that velocity at this point will be 0
So
because it is
it's not
reaching
0, it's u.
because it's reaching up to
Some
this height
velocity is
only.
there.
Hmm. See what you have to be focused here. What they are trying to say: string slackens such a velocity that a string slackens after the particle has reached a height 8 meter. Means after this height, the string slacks. Means it becomes like this. So the thing here is, I won't tell you now. Obviously, between this, but this is important that between A and B, at point B, the velocity will not become 0, but just after B, they are saying that the string will slack. Now they are asking, find out the velocity of the particle just before the string slackens. You should have got the idea from this point also, Archie, because they are giving, find the velocity of the particle just before the string slackens. Then how can the velocity be 0 here? They, in the question
Yes,
statement
yes.
only, they were given the velocity of the particle is not becoming 0 at the slacking point. The only information you have is this string, it slackens at this point. It becomes slack. What you will do here? Actually, in the Newton's laws only, I have told you whenever the string slackens, what happens. Always you have the two kinds of tools with this. Two kinds of tools you have here. One is uh, your circular motion equation, and there is the conservation of energy. That's all. So the biggest hint here is you can make a tension equation. Mg will be acting downwards. And suppose if you say this is angle theta, this will be your 90 minus theta. So this force will be, the tension is acting this way. I'll again make the components of mg. So it will be mg cos of 90 minus theta. Mg cos 90 minus theta. Another one will be mg sin 90 minus theta. So this is how the forces are. And if you try to frame the equations, it will be T plus mg cos 90 minus theta is mg sin theta is equal to mv square by r. This first equation. This is the equation of circular motion. The conservation of energy equation that we will try to make is half mu square is equal to mg into this 5 plus 3 8 meter plus half mv square. You have these two equations with you, but problem is you have two equations but three variables. The variables are v, u and t. Theta you already know, because theta you can already find because this height is 3 meter, this is 3 and this is 5 meter, this is 5. So sine theta will be equal to your 3 by 5. And when we already know when sine theta is 3 by 5, cos theta is 4 by 5, and it's representing that theta is equal to 37 degree. That we already know.
सर
Hmm.
सर टेंशन तो जीरो लेंगे ना इसमें
Ah, this is only the thing. This is the catch. यही है इस पूरे
Yes,
क्वेश्चन
sir.
को सॉल्व
Yes,
करने
sir.
वाला आइडिया.
Because the rope slacks. That's
Hmm.
why.
This is only the idea which you should be using to solve this particular problem. Now solve it. Tension will be zero. Use this condition. Solve the questions. You'll get the answer. You should get the answer V as root 3g. First check that. Then after try to find out the further part.
Yes, it comes as root 3g.
Okay,
Root
very
3g.
good. So velocity we are getting here is root 3g. Now what after this? This part you have solved, the blue one. Velocity of particle just before it is 6
Now,
seconds.
I think that there will be a projectile motion.
Correct. Now after that, there will be a projectile motion like this. For that, they are asking you the maximum height. Actually, they've asked to what height the particle can rise further. So you have to calculate this height only. You have the ready-made formula actually with you. U square sine square theta by 2g. But remember, the angle for that is this. H max is u square sine square phi by 2g. In this case, it will be v square sine square phi by 2g. But phi here will be, you try to calculate. This is theta, this is again theta. So phi will be 90 minus theta.
So 0.96 meters.
24 by 25. Very good. H max is 0.96 meters. सबका आ गया? उसका एक बार चेक कर लो, तुम्हारा भी आंसर आया कि नहीं है. 24 by 25 आएगा एग्जैक्टली. मतलब तुम भी चेक कर लो. क्या? वेरी गुड. 3g into cos square theta by 2g. So it will be 3 by 2 into cos it will be 4 by 5. That means 4 by 5 whole square. 3 by 2 into 16 by 25. 24 by 25. That's your answer. So one more question you try to solve. सबका आ गया होगा ये, है ना? इसका आ गया, लवी तुम्हारा भी आ गया ना?
यस
ये वाला क्वेश्चन ट्राई करो एक बार.
So the answer is 1:1. Means 1. Means capital M equals to small m.
एक बार और बताओ यार, मुझे सुना ही नहीं दिया.
Sir, m by m is 1:1.
M by M is 1. No, they're saying M by M is 1/2. But this question is tough or what? Okay, let me see. Actually, let me see once. Study the question. Circular tube of mass M is capital. Circular tube is capital M. Is vertical and horizontal surface shown in the figure. Two small spheres just fit in the tube as are released from the top. If theta gives the angle between the radius vector of either or with the tube breaks its contact with the ground. Okay. Question तो अच्छा दे दिया भाई. अच्छा, now tell me, what did you do?
Sir, firstly I took angle as 60, then I found out the velocity of the masses
Okay, one
when
mass.
angle is 60.
Uh,
Yes, then we know when the ring will break contact,
hmm.
that centripetal force is equal to the mg of the ring. Like that, something was there, I think.
No, you have to be very clear here. When it will be breaking contact. Up to that part, you are okay. N plus mg, this normal reaction velocity you will find okay. Then after finding out the velocity, you will make its
Yes.
equation. That's the normal reaction with mg. The equation here that you will form is, if you have found out the velocity here, this is normal reaction. This is mg. Component is mg cos theta. So n minus mg, sorry, mg cos theta minus n.
Shouldn't the mass be 2 mg?
No,
Because two
only
balls are
one.
there. So
Only one ball is moving here. No? The other ball should fall here, this side.
okay.
Same equation you will form for the other one. Now the question is, when it will break contact with the ground. Actually, see, there is one. I should analyze more properly. If we are considering the force on this ball, na, because they have said it will lift up. This circular tube will lift up. So in that case, the normal reaction from the tube to the ball should be towards the center, and from the ball to the tube should be in this direction. Are you getting my point?
yes, sir.
So for ball, if I am making the equation for the ball, it should be like this. Now let me explain you when it will lose contact. Wait. When it will lose contact, see, on the tube there is one force here normal reaction due to the ball, and similarly the other ball will be here, same position on the left side. On this, due to this ball also there will be a force normal reaction this direction. Now if you take its component, this angle will be theta, this will be again theta. So n cos theta, these two will cancel each other, and sin theta and this n sin theta will cancel each other. These two will cancel. Now it will break contact when this 2n cos theta, the net force on this ring,
Yes, will be equals to capital Mg.
will be greater than or equal to capital Mg. In the limiting case, you should take equal to capital Mg. That is what the concept is. Now you must be able to solve it. But they are giving me the answer capital M by small m is equal to half.
Yes, and how you took normal in the means inside the ring and not outside the ring?
Otherwise, in that case, there won't be a lift off. See why? I analyzed both the cases. I thought of both the cases. See, one case is this is a ring. Let me just show you it. Let me copy it. That the other case I'll explain properly. तो ये श्रीता का एग्जाम है ना, वो भी एलन में ही है, एलन नीट. See, what's your new?
Yes, so the answer comes as capital M by small m equals to half. Yes.
The answer is coming now. But let me explain
Yes.
you see why I thought. Pen problem. Wait. The clarity of thinking that I want from you na, is this kind only. You should solve these kinds of questions. See, you might proper. See, once if we take this case, the ball was on the inner side. Okay, when ball was on the inner side, the normal reaction on the ball will be like this, correct?
Yes,
Due
sir.
to this is a contact force. The force from the ball on the ring will be like this. Okay, this is the first case that I have thought of. Now in this particular case, when similarly on the left side ball, due to left side ball, there will be normal reaction on the ring bottom side. Now think mg is downwards. Can there be any case when this the ring can lift off? Not possible, na? Because the resultant force is towards down, n cos theta, and this is
Yes,
also
yes,
n cos theta. So total force is towards down, 2n cos theta plus mg. In that case, it will try to go inside the surface. It's not. There is no possibility of lift off. The second case is second case, what we were thinking, what I thought was the second case is when the ring is like this, when the ball is like this, but it's sliding on the outer surface. In this case, it is sliding on the outer surface. Then it is when it is sliding on the outer surface, the normal reaction on this will be towards inside. You got my point now? Now, if you take the
Yes, sir.
outer part, the normal reaction on the ball will be inside, and similarly, the normal reaction on the tube will be on the outside.
Yes, so it will pull it up.
It will pull it up. Otherwise, there is no case it can pull it up. That's how you should think. So now let me tell you about the next part. Next part, what the collision. Collision. This we have done. We can solve some more problems later. But let's do the collision part first. लवे तुम्हारा आंसर आ गया? का तुम्हारा आंसर आया m/m
Yes, sir.
m/2. ऐसे होते हैं कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस. ये क्वेश्चन तुम्हें पता है कहाँ मिलेंगे? ऐसे क्वेश्चन तुम्हें मिलेंगे उसमें पीसी पांडे की जो सब्जेक्टिव बुक है ना, वहां से करो. वो तुम्हारे कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करेगा. फिजिक्स में अगर तुम्हें बहुत स्ट्रांग बनना है, ऐसे होगा. या फिर जेई एडवांस के प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करो, ओलंपियाड के प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करो. ऐसे उसमें बताए क्या होगा, क्योंकि नॉर्मल जेई मेन के जो अब जो क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं वो बहुत घटिया क्वालिटी के क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं. मतलब बहुत ही बेकार पेपर है, मजा ही नहीं आ रहा फिजिक्स वाले में. उस पर तुम्हें अपना लेवल थोड़ी ना गिराना है, तुम्हें तो अपना मेंटेन करना है ना उसके लिए, एडवांस के लिए. तो कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस ट्राई करा करो फिजिक्स में. ऐसी केमिस्ट्री में तो तुम्हें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. केमिस्ट्री में तो सॉल्व कर रहे हो, निकाल रहे हो. ऐसे ही मैथ्स में भी अभी तुम लोगों के पास टाइम है. जब तुम लोग क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हो ना, देखो टेस्ट का प्रेशर हमेशा सबको रहेगा. मैं सबको बता रहा हूँ ये चीज, अशिका को भी और आर्ची को भी और लव्य को भी. चेता सभी के लिए है ये चीज. टेस्ट का प्रेशर हमेशा रहेगा. पर ये बात जान लो कि तुम टेस्ट में अच्छा परफॉर्म तभी करोगे जब तुम्हारी जो सॉल्विंग और कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी है ना वो अच्छी है. डेली प्रैक्टिस तुम्हारी अच्छी, डेली प्रैक्टिस तुम करते हो, टाइम बेस्ड प्रैक्टिस वो करते हो ना, तो उसमें अच्छे हो. और जब तुम एडवांस लेवल के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हो तो टाइम मत, अभी स्टार्टिंग में अभी तुम्हारे पास टाइम है, टाइम मत देखा करो सिर्फ एडवांस के क्वेश्चन करने में. जेई मेन में टाइमर लगा लिया करो. एडवांस में मत करो, क्योंकि एडवांस में अभी मत करो, बाद में करने को बोलूंगा मैं. एडवांस में अभी क्वेश्चन को देख के ये सोचा करो कि तुम्हें आइडिया क्यों नहीं आ रहा. मतलब इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए, ये जैसे इसने बोला ना कि लिफ्ट ऑफ हो रहा है, लिफ्ट ऑफ होगा कैसे, तुम्हें पूरा समझ में आना चाहिए कि लिफ्ट ऑफ क्यों हो रहा है, कि क्या फोर्सेज है इसकी वजह से. क्योंकि लिफ्ट ऑफ करने के लिए फोर्स चाहिए, वो फोर्स आ कहाँ से रही है, ये सब चीजें तुम्हें लॉजिकली आनी चाहिए ब्रेन में. जब तक ये क्लियर नहीं है ना, तब तक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने मत बैठो. और जब ये क्लियर हो जाएगा तो तुम प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए जो कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करने वाले हो वो तुम्हारे पास दिमाग में अपने आइडिया आ जाएगा. प्रॉब्लम कह क्या रही है और हो क्यों रहा है, ये तुम्हें बहुत क्लियरली समझ में आना चाहिए, नहीं तो तुम सॉल्व भी नहीं कर पाओगे. देखो कोलिजन पे आते हैं। कोलिजन में क्या है, तो तुम्हें कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा। कोलिजन में एक तो कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम तुम लोग जानते हो, सेंटर ऑफ मास से सब कराया जाता है, लेकिन सेंटर ऑफ मास इसके बाद ही करेंगे अपन। कोलिजन कर लेते हैं फटाफट, फिर उसके बाद 12th का चैप्टर करेंगे ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट वाला, फिर उसके बाद फिर करेंगे अपन ये सेंटर ऑफ मास एंड रोटेशन। रोटेशन बढ़िया चैप्टर है। रोटेशन में तुम जितने जितने स्ट्रांग होगे उतना तुम्हारा सब स्ट्रांग हो जाएगा। रोटेशन ही कैसे चैप्टर है, इससे लोग घबराते हैं। रोटेशन तुम लोगों को दूसरी दुनिया में ले जाएगा। इससे पहले तुम लोग बोलो तो मैं तुम लोगों को ग्रेविटेशन करा सकता हूँ। तो ये कोलिजन होता है। कोलिजन में एक तो तुम्हारा कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम होता है सबसे पहली चीज। रीजन तुम लोग जानते हो, क्योंकि नेट फोर्स 0 होती है। होता क्या है, m1u1 प्लस m2u2 इज इक्वल टू m1v1 प्लस m2v2। एक तो ये इक्वेशन होती है। दूसरा एक होता है कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेस्टिट्यूशन। ई। अभी कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेस्टिट्यूशन क्या होता है? कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेस्टिट्यूशन होता है, इसकी बेसिक डेफिनेशन होती है किसी भी कोलिजन में, ई इज इक्वल टू वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेपरेशन डिवाइडेड बाय वेलोसिटी ऑफ अप्रोच। इससे समझ रहे हो तो ठीक है, नहीं समझ में आ रहा है ये फॉर्मूला याद कर लो। जैसे इसके केस में v2 माइनस v1 बाई u1 माइनस u2, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। नीचे u2 माइनस u1 नहीं है, वो है u1 माइनस u2। तो ई का जो बेसिक बेसिक फॉर्मूला होता है वो होता है v2 माइनस वी1 बाई u1 माइनस u2। और अगर तुम्हारे पास कोई भी जैसे कोलिजन दीवार के साथ हो रहा है, तो दीवार को रुका हुआ मान लो, मतलब कीप द वॉल स्टेशनरी एज अ सेकंड ऑब्जेक्ट एंड देन ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेस्टिट्यूशन। ओके, दूसरी इक्वेशन आप इससे बना सकते हो। अब तुम लोगों का काम ये है, यूजिंग दिस फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड इक्वेशन, use 1 and 2 to find v1 comma v2 as a function of m1 m2 e u1 and u2। क्वेश्चन की तरह सॉल्व कर दो। फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ऑफ इक्वेशन सॉल्व ही करनी है, बस कर दो फटाफट।
So if V1 is M1 U1 plus M1 common, M2 common, U2 plus EU2 minus EU1 whole by M1 plus M2.
Tell again, M1 into U1.
M1 into U1 plus M2 common, U2 plus EU2 minus EU1 whole by M1 plus M2.
That you could have done, that you could have written like this, na, M1 minus EM2 into U1 plus M2 into 1 plus E into U2.
Yes, yes.
That was better. See, like this. V1 will be equal to M1 minus EM2 by M1 plus M2 into U1 plus M2 into 1 plus E into U2 by M1 plus M2. Similarly, get the result of V2.
Is M1 U1 into 1 plus E plus U2 into M2 minus M1 E by M1 plus M2. Means in the formula, M2 gets changed to M1 and M1 to M2, U1 to U2 and U2 to U1.
See, if you want to remember this formula, you can remember it, but it's not advisable. But I never I never try to remember this. But because this is there, I have told you how to calculate it, because it's the only thing that you need to remember is you get this formula, you solve this by using these two equations, law of conservation of momentum and the coefficient of restitution. Now, see, about coefficient of restitution, I'll tell you few things. The coefficient of restitution E, the value lies between 0 and 1. E is equal to 0. This is for completely inelastic collision. And E is equal to 1 is for completely elastic collision. And what is further physical meaning of this? Completely elastic collision, one more thing you have to remember, in the completely elastic collision, no loss of energy takes place. No loss of energy. Means energy is not lost. Never. Energy is not lost in completely elastic collision. Actually, ideally, it's not possible to have an elastic body, complete elastic body. There was a movie, I can say which movie, one movie in which heroine was she was pass out of, I think, IIT. She was IIT pass out. Parneeti Chopra. He actually made a ball. He was working on a project in which she made a ball. When she throws it, it will be just colliding with the boundaries and it will be coming back again. It's completely colliding. And she told, using this energy, it won't lose its energy because it is completely elastic. It won't lose its energy, and the energy which is lost by collision with the ball, using that energy, we can generate certain amount of electricity so that the whole city will be given power. Not completely correct, but energy can be generated. This is completely elastic collision in which no loss of energy takes place. The important thing for us is, for problem solving, loss of energy is not there. So in this particular case, we can make use of law of conservation of energy in completely elastic collision. Half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square will be equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. This will hold for completely elastic collision. These things you need to know. Now, I'll ask you to derive some results basing on these two formulas. This will give you some more insight. Things are, condition is perfectly elastic collision is there. Means E is equal to 1. M1 is equal to M2 is equal to M is there. Means both the masses are same. In that case, can you find out the value of V1 and V2 in terms of U1 and U2? It was given there were two balls.
So I think the velocities will exchange. It's a rule that V1 will become U2, V2 will become U1.
That you already know, but using this result also you can find if you want. You will calculate here now. I'll just show you. V1 will be, this part will be 0. First part, because M1, E is 1 minus M2. Both M1 M2 is equal to M. So this will cancel by 2M. U1 0 plus M2 into 2 U2 That is m into 2 by u2 by 2m. So that's why v1 is becoming equal to u2. Similarly, v2, if you find, this part will become 0, 2m by 2m into u1. That's why u1. So that's why what you are getting is v1 is equal to u2 and v2 is equal to u1. The only thing that is happening after the collision, velocities are getting interchanged. Acha, now try to do one more thing. The other thing is, it is completely inelastic collision. It's also a general case only. Perfectly inelastic collision means E is equal to 0 and M1 is equal to M2 is equal to M. Then see here what happens. Use the above formula and get the values. Give me the value of V1 and V2.
So then the masses are same, right?
Masses are same.
U1 plus U2 by 2 for both.
V1 is becoming U1 plus U2 by 2 and V2 is also becoming U1 plus U2 by 2. What's the meaning of this? That when the first body was there, it was moving with velocity u1. Second body was there, it was moving with the velocity u2. After collision, they stick to each other. After that, they stick and they are moving with the same velocity. And this is equal to u1 plus u2 by 2. This is the thing that you need to know. This is about the collision part. And probably in the next class, I'll give you the problems related to this. Acha, just try to solve it very quickly. One question I'll give you. अरे नहीं नहीं नहीं, क्या दिस इज योर क्वेश्चन. Because the time is less, you just try to read it and understand the question. If you have a doubt, ask me. You can solve it at home.
Sir, 500.
Yeah. हाँ सही है यार, बहुत जल्दी सॉल्व किया. ठीक है चलो, बाकी लोग सॉल्व कर लेना. और 500 नहीं नहीं भाई, 500 नहीं है, 400 है इसका आंसर. 500 नहीं है, 400 है. चेक करो फिर से.
Yes, sir.
कर लेना है ना, जल्दी जल्दी में कोई सिली मिस्टेक हो गई होगी. 400 मीटर पर सेकंड इसका आंसर है. और घर पे कर लेना, अगर नहीं हो पाए तो बता दूंगा. चलो फिर एंड करते हैं.